Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, and we are here right now with the Custos of Malawi, Brother Misheck Banda. And Brother Misheck Banda, you were from Zambia before, no? And
yes,
sort of like a missionary, you were sent here
yes,
to Malawi.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about your history as a Capuchin?
All right, thank you, brother, and good morning to all our listeners and viewers. My name's Brother Misheck Banda, as you have heard, and I was born in 1976 in the country of Zambia, which is just next to this country. It is our neighboring country. And after my primary school of education, I started aspiring to be religious. So from there, I went to a boarding school where we had a good vocation group, which was animated by a diocesan priest. And then from there, we were exposed to a lot of talks about vocation, and I became interested. But the question was, which congregation do I join? Yes, so it happened that in 2000, I came to Lusaka, where my elder brother was working. So I stayed with him where I was working. And during that course of time, I was going to cross the Redeemer Parish, but the outstation was called St. Anthony of Padua. So when I was there, there are some brothers who were coming to do pastoral. Franciscan, yes, Franciscan brothers. Among them, Capuchins, Conventuals, and OFM. So I came across some brothers. I got attracted, to the habit.
Oh, the habit,
yes,
the brown habit. Oh,
yes,
okay.
So I came across those brothers. Then I asked them some few questions. They were very patient with me. Then they told me, no, we are Capuchins. They gave me background, how they work. Then I became interested. And fortunate enough, during that time, again, I met one of our brothers who's a Capuchin, but we come from same parish. I didn't know which congregation he had joined, so I met him, and I discovered that he was also a Capuchin. He has the name of Brother Dominic Chanda. He's present in Collegio in Italy.
He's studying right now.
He's studying moral theology. So I met him, and I talked to him at length. Then he also gave me a lot of inspiration, and I became very interested. Then 2001, I joined Postulants in Livingstone, Zambia. From there, I went for novitiate 2002. Then
the novitiate is in Tanzania.
Tanzania. I went to Tanzania, Kasita, and then 2003, I made my first vows. Yes, and after that, I went to post-novitiate, experience one of the communities. It was good but challenging. We had mixed friars, somewhere from Ireland, somewhere Zambians, and we had one who's half Namibian and Zambian.
So it's an international fraternity?
Yes, international. So I like the fraternity when it is challenging. So from there, After that post-novitiate experience, I had to go to Bonaventure's college in Lusaka to start philosophy. I started, and then I took 3 years. I finished in 2007. From there, we had another pastoral year. I went to a very remote parish called Sacred Heart Parish, Chinyingi, in Zambia. I stayed for a year, and we were 4 of us there for doing pastoral. Myself, Brother Augustine Mwape, who happens to be Custos for Zambia at present, is my classmate. Then Brother Michael Mumba, who's a formator here, and Brother Elias, who's also in Zambia. So from there, after finishing philosophy, then after that pastoral experience, we were to make our perpetual vows in 2008. We made perpetual vows. Then we went to Kenya, Nairobi, to do theology, which I completed in 2012, and I was ordained a priest there. So after that...
So your ordination was what year?
2012.
2012.
Yes, 2012. Okay. So in June, 2nd June.
So you're already
10 years. Yes.
Yeah.
So after that, I was assigned to a parish called St. Jude in Senanga, Zambia. I worked as assistant for a few months. Then the parish priest was transferred to Zimbabwe. He's late now. He was called Sylvester. So he went. I became parish priest. Then within short time, I became parish priest. Yeah. So after that, then I worked there for about 5 years in Senanga. It was a big parish.
Wow.
Very big.
And you're just newly ordained, so it's a big challenge.
With 21 outstations.
Wow.
Yes, the furthest one was 100 kilometers from the main parish.
So how many hours do you travel to get to the farthest one?
Oh, it was very difficult, sometimes 4 to 5 hours, because it was remote.
Remote, so the road is not...
No.
So what do you use to go there? I
use the car, because it is very sandy, arid place.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I go there, so it took many hours, because you use this footpaths.
Okay.
Yes, so I worked there, but for me it was very interesting. Because that is yes, and that is what I wanted to be. So I have to embrace it wholeheartedly. And as you know, our charism as Capuchins is to be happy, joyful.
Yeah,
and St. Paul also says, rejoice always in the Lord.
Yeah.
So after that, I worked there. Then at one time, I received a phone call from my superior. That was 2017. 2017, I received a phone call from my superior. He was inquiring about how we are staying. So I just thought it is normal conversation. Okay. But in the end, he said you should come to the office. Now I was saying, to do what now? In my heart.
There's a mystery.
Yes. So I went there under obedience. Then he told me, brother, this can be good news or bad news for you. Okay. So I said, okay, you start with the bad news.
What's the bad news? Okay.
So he told me that, brother, you have been requested by our general minister that you go and work in Malawi. Yes, so I couldn't even wait for good news now, because that was enough.
That was already enough.
So I waited. I asked him. Then he was a bit shocked, because that time I was settling in the parish.
Yes,
and I came to know many people. But I said, let God's will be done. Yeah. So
suddenly you're sent to another country.
Yes. So Malawi. I didn't know what is Malawi.
So
and
it was the first time you went
first
to Malawi?
time. Yes. Okay. And the brothers who were there. But I said, let me go. Yes, because if I believe it's God who called me, and if he tells me to go anywhere, this is what I promised. Yes, under obedience, I have to go. So I came to Malawi. I was staying in Ilongwe from 2017, July. It became also an adventure. I like challenges.
So you've been already in Malawi since 2017.
Yes.
5 years.
5 years now.
Okay.
Yes. So when I came, I was staying in Ilongwe at our house there at our Kuria. I was the second councillor in the council.
So So immediately you were a counselor.
Yeah, another shock.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's another shock.
yes,
Okay.
so I worked as second counselor.
Uh-huh.
I put in all I could.
Uh-huh.
Then we were also struggling that time to see who can be vocation promoter. Yes,
Okay.
so I was requested again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I said, let me try.
Okay. Yeah.
So one thing I've realized that
Mm-hmm.
when you accept something, a challenge wholeheartedly, even if you have fears,
Yes.
as long as it's the will of God, you accomplish it. This mission is mission of God.
Yes.
So we have to submit. Sometimes, you know, by resisting, that is how we resist also the grace of God. Because I have never been
It's true, yeah.
vocation that I don't need to be before. That is my first time. Always
it's the
there is
first
first
time,
time.
no? Yeah.
So
And the grace is there, no?
the grace is
When-
there.
When you enter the door that the Lord opens, no?
Opens.
And you allow the Spirit to guide you.
Yes.
Things you're able to get into that task that the Lord has given us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I entrusted everything to the Lord, and I came to realize that the time I've been vocation promoter for a few years, many brothers, the Lord called many brothers in the order.
In the order.
I can testify from the time I became vocation promoter to now, we have about 40 young men who joined.
Wow.
Yes, so I don't regret.
Yeah, the Lord used
Yeah,
you as a-
the Lord,
40
it is
brothers
the work
entered,
of the, yes. So that has been the way I carried out my duty as vocation director. And at the end of 3 years, 2020, we are supposed to finish our term of office because it is 3 years.
Over 3 years, one
Yes,
term,
so
yeah.
I had plans of going home. But two things happened, which
What
said,
happened? Okay.
first there was COVID.
Yeah.
So it was at the peak.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we could not hold the chapter. Yeah, it was also good that COVID also brought some good.
stopped
It
you.
extended some time.
Okay.
So from there,
COVID changed everything.
everything.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
So
so
I
I-
worked. Then in 2021, in January, the chapter was convoked, and that one was the first ever elective chapter in Malawi. Since we became a custard,
okay,
because
so
previously they were just appointments.
Okay.
By
so-
the way, Malawi at first was under the province of St. Joseph, India. Then afterwards, it was changed to be under.
So this was the first time that the
Yes.
brothers really voted.
Yes.
And then it was really okay,
Yeah, so because the number was increasing, and then this time now it became under Tanzanian province.
Okay. you were
So
transferred.
yes, so after we convoked the chapter, but I was ready to go back home.
Okay.
That time
You
I said,
just
I think I've
participated,
worked.
But you were thinking already of
Yes,
going home. Okay,
yes.
yeah.
So I said, I think I've worked. I've done the will of God. It's good to go home.
Yeah.
But I was shocked that day, when I expected to finish, to hand over,
To hand over your work.
then somebody handed over again to me.
Something
I,
new.
I became the Custos
Custos of-
for this custody, provincial custody of Malawi.
So you are the first elected.
Yes, yeah. So again, as I have said, I said, God, if it's your will, you do it through me again. Submission.
So yeah.
Yes.
You
So
openly accepted.
yes. So from that time till now, I've been the provincial custos for Malawi, and I see good things and also challenges. Everywhere there is challenge. We have to be positive about the challenges.
And
So
yeah, the big challenge for you is you became Custos at the time of COVID.
yes.
So the challenge is much bigger, no?
Yes, I'm custos for COVID now.
Custos for COVID.
But so challenges which come, we could not go for meetings outside,
yeah.
and then, but luckily now the situation is stabling. So
Stabling,
we went even for the first Spiritus meeting in Rome,
Yes.
and we went. I was very much happy because it cleared many doubts which I had in this office. You know, it's something very challenging to be custos. You are leading at present in Malawi. We are reading. I'm reading about the 69 brothers. We have got 16 ordained brothers, and then finally professed, and then we have got 40 junior brothers, 13 postulants, and then 3 novices who are in Tanzania at present. But the biggest number of brothers is in Zambia, those who are studying philosophy. They are 19, the junior prophets. So this is the challenge which we are having. We here in Malawi, I can say, just for general information, we are in 4 dioceses. Yes, we are working in 4. That is Lilongwe Diocese, then Mzuzu Diocese, then Zomba Diocese, and the Deza Diocese, where we are at present. Yes,
Mikoke is in Deza.
Mikoke, yes.
So how was it? I mean, you've been Custos already for more than a year, no?
Yes.
So how was it? How does it feel?
At first, there were some hiccups because I could not know when to do certain things, like duties. For example, paying fees for brothers. It is, you don't know which month is the deadline. So I had to do a lot of research and see when things should be done properly. Now this time anxiety is going away because I've learned at least. I know what it means to be in the office, what should be done when and where.
So the anxiety is lessening.
Is at least lessening. Yes, I'm able to do at least with comfort at least. So otherwise, but every day of my life, I have to learn to listen to brothers. And also, it is another challenge which is there to be a leader. You have to be an example. Yeah, it's very challenging because actually to form young brothers, it's not a matter of telling them what to do, but what you are. It's very, very important.
No, what they see, what they observe, no? Yeah.
That is what they pick. So we teach them a lot by what we are than what we say.
Than what you say.
Yeah. So this is the main challenge which we have, and also I see it to be a positive challenge because it makes me also humble. Yes, to see that I have to live to the standard as a Capuchin. Just like in the country, the president is the first citizen. I'm also first Capuchin. So I have to challenge
the
myself.
Are looking at you.
Yes. So this is one of the challenges. Yes, Brad.
What is the thing that gives you consolation whenever you find challenges?
Yes.
And everything? What keeps you going?
Especially what keeps me going first and foremost is to see that this mission is of God. First and foremost. And therefore I depend on God. Criticisms will be there, positive and negative. They are all there to prepare me to serve the Lord well. And the other consolation which I have is that there are many brothers who have good intention in this case study, who cooperate. I really appreciate it because whenever I bring up some ideas which can be new, others may resist. But there are so many brothers, I can say, majority are ready to cooperate. Also being a small custard, I can say a young, not small, young custard. It has also some positives because we are all learning. Leading a custard where many people think they know everything. Then it will be a problem. Yes, sure. But when you have a young custard, it is easy to impart values.
And you are very receptive. You are able to receive new things. No?
That's right. So it is very, very important for me to realize that. But I really give praise to God because He has not left me alone, even when it is hard time. He comes to me through other brothers and also through prayer. I get consolation that the Lord is always with me.
Maybe that's the secret why you're always cheerful.
Yes. And also, the other thing which gives me consolation, which might be like a joke, but sports.
Sports. Yes. Could you tell us a little bit more about this passion that you have? Yes, please share it with us.
Yes. So thank you for that question. For me, it's part of my life to be active. Yes, not only in the ministry, but in the other ministry of sports. I give you an example. When I was in school, secondary school, I joined a karate club. So I did karate for a year. Then due to studies and also other business, I could not continue. But when I became a priest, that is in 2011,
2011, you were still
I was
in
still
Zambia?
a deacon.
Still in Zambia?
Yes, but I started admiring. But after ordination in 2012, when I went to the parish, as I said, St. Jude, I met one person whom I was sharing with. I said, "Yeah, you know myself, when I was young in school, I used to train a bit of karate." He said, there is a person who knows karate very well.
That's nice.
So I got in touch with him, and he used to come to the parish hall to train karate. So from there I started. I took it very seriously.
So you reignited your
the passion. I was very happy that I have this chance again. Oh yes. So after that
So you developed from white belt.
From white belt, I told even the instructor that don't jump any belt.
You really
yes,
really
I want to follow everything.
Another.
Don't say no because it's a priest. No, I said I want to master.
Really experience everything.
Yes.
So
from that year, when I came to Malawi, I met a certain Salesian priest who was good at it. Father Oswald is now at present in Kenya studying canon law. So he taught me for about 3 years. It was wonderful, brother. Yes, but very strenuous.
Very strenuous.
Very strenuous. And that's why I saw that there are very few black belts. Because many people give up on the way. The first type of karate I was doing is Shotokan, which is originally from Japan. Okinawa Island. So I started that. I trained for 5 years. From Zambia up to here. Zambia I did about 2 years. Here 3 years. Then I was taken for examination. Yes, so we see in karate there are 10 belts which we have to go through in order for you to reach the black belt. So one day I was taken for examination at Don Bosco and I passed my black belt.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, so after that I've been training. But due to the departure of this priest, always some negatives come with positives. So due to the departure of the priest was my trainer whom we call Sensei, Father Oswald. So I started figuring out how do I now continue. As I was thinking of how to continue, one day in Lilongwe, I saw a car passing. It was written Chinese Kung Fu. Then I gave a lift to a certain person, a certain parishioner. It was a lady. I said, "Can you master those words?" Because there was a phone number.
So she can memorize.
Yes, she memorized. And then when we went to the church there in Malawi, she told me, "I can give you those numbers." So I said, I got them and phoned. The Chinese replied. So he directed me where is normally staying and training. I went there immediately due to the passion I have. So he told me, "Okay, you can come and start studying. First, just come to see how we do it for some days. Then if you are interested, you can register." I went there for about 2 days. He was just teaching me etiquette, how to do it. I found that easy mastership we started doing Kung Fu there. His mastership was very much detailed because the values he was teaching me are also found in Christianity. Yes,
so
that's
it was not only the physical learning.
But it's spiritual.
Spirituality.
Yes, and the physical. So mainly it is spiritual because they say that, Kung Fu starts with the spirit of the person and attitude you have towards other people.
So it helps us
to develop. Yes. So I liked it very much because of the values. Although us in Christianity we call it charity, the Chinese will tell you it is etiquette. It's the same thing. Yes, and also respect for elders. How you should consider the weak. So I see that these are values of our Lord Jesus. Yes. So I started from there. It has been quite tough. Because for him, the manner of grading is different from the way we do karate. Because karate we normally grade after 6 months. But for him, it can even take a year without a belt.
Depends on how he assesses the person.
Yes. So because he assesses everything, our behavior, commitment,
okay.
yeah, and the seriousness, all these things. So it has been like that. At the moment, I have got, I'm due to be graded for blue belt,
Wow.
which is in the Kung Fu area. But what matters this time, I've come to realize that by being with the Chinese, you know, when I was doing Shotokan, I was looking very much on the achievement
Okay. So what's the
of
difference
belts.
now? Yeah, what's the difference?
Now this time, I look very much at the efficiency I have, because I've seen that grades, belts are just something which you can remember, but the real spirit which I get from it, that is what is important.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, so
the progress.
the
within-
progress and holistic progress.
holistic.
This is what is very, very important.
Not only the interior,
No,
but also the physical.
because
You become
always
strong,
when
no?
I'm with people, even with elders, I want to wear the belt. But by my way of life, attitude towards, they should say, this person is special in a certain way.
Even if you do not have the
No.
the attire of
No.
they immediately feel something
Yeah, it
different.
should be more than the attire. So this martial arts is not all about who wins or who does that. It is all about the attitude, the changing of the person.
Yeah, I see the parallelism with our Christian life also,
Yes,
no?
yes.
When people are with us,
Yes.
when they feel the gospel life in
Yes,
us, no?
yes.
There's no need for the clothes, no?
Like
Even
a
if
habit.
yeah, no need for the habit. Just even if you are in the ordinary clothes, people could start to
Yes.
feel the gospel life. you know?
Yes.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Yes. So this is what is very, very important, which I've learned at present. So that's what I can share with you.
This passion of yours,
Yes.
it helps you a lot in your being a superior, no?
Yes, yes, yes. Because you know, mainly there is a certain aspect which I can say, which you have connected very well with the martial arts. In martial arts, we believe that nothing is impossible. Okay?
Yes,
So this attitude, the positive attitude, if you take it now to the ministry, for example, the office of being superior, no matter what problems you have, you say nothing is impossible with God.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Sure.
Now it will be more,
Yes, yes,
because when we are in the martial arts, you just say nothing is impossible with my body. Now when it comes to Christianity, you say
Christianity.
nothing is with God,
yeah.
and also God
yeah.
always should cooperate with me. I have to cooperate with you.
Yes,
The
yes.
grace is there,
Yes, yes.
but it depends with my cooperation with God.
Yeah, allowing the Spirit to guide us.
Yes,
no?
to guide us.
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
true.
so with the Spirit, nothing is impossible. But the Spirit also depends on me, as Saint Thomas says, and grace builds on nature. Yes,
true.
so
Yeah,
the nature is very, very important of
And
the
it
person.
has given you good health also.
You
no?
also good health,
Good
and
health, you are able to.
yes, and the relationship
your
with
ministry,
others.
you need to travel a
Yes.
lot, you know, and yeah.
Yes, so this is very, very important.
And it
Yeah,
also releases the tension.
The
no? When
tension.
you're you're
Yes.
able when you do the
you forget.
yeah, you forget. You're
Yes.
able to, you know?
So this is what I can say about this martial arts, and I really appreciate, and I wish to teach in the future to many young people.
It would be wonderful.
Yes.
Especially superior brothers.
Yes.
they
They will believe very
They'll
well.
help them. Yeah.
Yes,
True, yeah.
but the many principle, again I repeat, of martial arts is not violence.
Yes,
no,
true.
but it is all about submission. We are taught that normally martial arts, even you should only apply martial arts in extreme dangerous situations.
Sure.
Not all. No. Martial arts is for harmonizing people.
Okay.
Yes, and the harmony within the person. This is what is very, very important. It's not
Yeah, because
just
if you're whole as a person,
Yes.
no, you can avoid the conflict.
yes, you respect others.
You respect
Yes,
others. no?
even those who are different from your views, from your thinking, you respect them. Yes, yes. So this is very, very important. Yes,
So the benefits is much more. It's not just the art or the martial part, but more of the holistic formation.
yes, yes. And we are taught in martial arts, this principle is very, very important. Brother, get it from me and those who are listening and
That's
watching.
nice. Okay. Listen,
Yes,
listen,
we
please
are
listen.
taught in martial arts
Uh-huh.
that the most greatest enemy
Uh-huh.
is yourself, whom you have to conquer, your passions. So that's why we do even physique, which is very, very intense to conquer the self. So the greatest enemy is not the person, the other person, is me, the laziness which is me, and then all those comfort zones which I want. So I have to conquer that for me to be a holistic grown-up person. And this happens even in prayer. When we talk of prayer, prayer is challenging.
Yeah, true.
Unless you conquer that wicked desire in you, which said, let me, I'll do it some other day.
Yeah,
So
true.
you conquer that.
So there's a certain form of discipline. No?
Discipline.
Yeah.
So it gives you. So the greatest enemy is not, the greatest achievement is not conquering of the other person, but me. Conquering myself. So if a person annoys me, even when I know I'm highly trained, when I conquer the anger in me and not to fight, that is the greatest achievement.
Wow, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Yeah. So this has been a very interesting interview, and we are really very happy to have you here, Brother Misheck. No?
Yes.
Brother Misheck has been with us, traveling with us as we have arrived here in Malawi.
Yes.
He even drove for us for many kilometers, no?
Yes.
And all throughout that experience with Brother Misheck, there's always that cheerfulness. There's always that that joy that comes out from within.
Yes.
And I think this is also the fruit of your constant disponibility to the guidance of the Spirit.
Sure, brother.
It's true what Brother Misheck said. No, when the Lord opens the door, don't hesitate. Go there and allow the Spirit to guide us.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Brother Misheck, for this wonderful interview. And for those of you here, we thank you very much for joining us also in this video. We hope you were able to gain some insights, and for those of you who are discerning, maybe you found some inspiration also.
And also, just in conclusion, brother, I want also to thank you, especially the team which we have, Brother Jaime, Brother Alphonse, and then yourself. I want to thank you not only for this interview, but also for your sacrifice, coming here to stay with our young brothers, because we are moving around to see the way we can live well, polish up our life as Capuchins. So it's very, very encouraging to have our elder brothers from the Korea to be with us. It's a graceful moment. So we don't take this for granted. We don't take this for granted, because even if it is, we can say it is your duty, but you have sacrificed a lot. So it's very, very important. We wish you God's blessing, and we hope to see you soon again.
Yes, that's
Thank you very much.
The gratitude is mutual, and every visit that we made to our friaries enriches us.
Yes, brother.
And thank you so much. Maybe
thank you.
I will be one of your students in the near future.
No problem. Since I've already started teaching you about the etiquette of, you are already a student.
Yes.
We are always learning.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
greetings from Mikoke.
Yes, thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.